Dave Marsh. I have been playing folk music for 25 years, a long time, since I was 3. Not really. I started playing Irish folk music when a guy, Dan Newton, now they call him Daddy Squeeze, is a great accordion player. He was playing in a little band that was just getting started in Lincoln years ago called Paddywhack. And I asked the bar if they had a set of spoons that I could borrow, and I sat in on a couple of tunes with them on the spoons. And Dan asked me if I could play the boron, the Irish drum that I play. And I said I probably could, because I've been playing the drums since I was a little kid. The drums was my first instrument. And so we started playing in Lincoln and just started getting requests to perform more and more. Played in the Midwest a bit. Ellis Island is a great little combination of I guess Mick and myself. I think we seem to have qualities that mix well together. Mick's singing and his stage presence. And the various instruments that I play, it seems to at least appeal to the crowd. I guess that's kind of what I run things off of. It's not necessarily what I like to do, it's what people like to hear. And they seem to be asking us to play more, so I don't know.
What kind of music do you guys do? Describe the music. Is it?
I think what makes us unique is that we play a lot of different styles. We play some traditional music tunes, and jigs and reels, the dance tunes. What in the Irish music field is called trad music or traditional music. We play some sing-alongs and get crowds involved, and things that are kind of entertaining, maybe vaudeville, not cabaret style of entertainment, and just the variety of things that we do. Well, it depends on the song. I think the crowd is as involved when they are sitting quietly and listening. When just a few minutes ago we were playing a couple of tunes out there. I don't remember what it was, but the crowd was silent. Outside in the public arena like that, to have the crowd quiet and listening, that's for me, it's them being totally involved or engaged in the music. Just like when we do the rowdy kind of what we call stupid stuff, when the drinking songs and it's fun, but everybody's singing and shouting and carrying on, I guess. They're involved also. So their involvement just reflects back to me how we are grabbing their attention and we are meaning something to them. That's what it's all about, I guess. Not just me having fun doing what I like to do, but catching their attention.
Why should folks come out and see Ellis Island?
Oh, because we love everything. I think we appeal to a lot of different people. I've been playing something since I was a little kid. Music was important. My dad is a pianist and a Methodist minister, but he involved music in his field, which was church, in representing, getting people engaged in the worship service. I played with Paddywhack for several years, and then I decided that I wanted to do more with music than just help people have a good time and drink and do the bar room thing. So I went off to the University of Iowa originally to go into music therapy. I switched along the way, got a master's degree in recreational therapy, and have since become a licensed mental health practitioner. And music is one of the modalities that I use to, I guess, engage kids in exploring their experience, their emotions. Music is maybe the best way to engage someone's emotions. I think it's an affective form of expression, meaning emotional, and music can hook you into to your feeling states. Anyway, that's helpful as a therapist, and I do that work, and now I also travel around the state with the Nebraska Humanities Council, providing educational programs, using music as a tool to present historical and educational, multicultural kind of information. Do music of the Germanic lands, music of Ireland, music of the plains, and music from around the world, which is just general multicultural. And I demonstrate my instruments, talk about their histories and the history of the music. So using music again as a tool to another goal, whether it be educational goals or therapeutic goals. Music is, I guess, my favorite tool for getting to those things.
Ellis Island, what makes you guys unique?
Ellis Island unique. Well, that's debatable. No, I think we are a pretty unique band in that we play a lot of instruments, especially Dave, but we cover a lot of genres of music. I mean, we can play the trad stuff as good as anyone out there, but basically any music that moves us, be it trad or some of the ballads, and even some of the modern music, you know, bands like U2 and some of the great songwriters that are around now. I think if it moves us, that's paramount to us, and then hopefully then we can translate that music in our way through our traditional instruments for the most part to a willing audience. So we cover a lot of ground as a band. I think we also are very good at feeling an audience and knowing kind of which direction we should take it night to night. I mean, we don't really have a set list per se, and if we did, it wouldn't last very long with us. We tend to deviate and just go where the audience kind of wills us sometimes, and some nights it works, some nights it's magic, and other nights we kind of go away going, wow, that was interesting. So.
Do you prefer the ballads over the crazy bar stuff?
Yeah, I prefer the ballads because the ballads tell a story about my history or the history of the country. I mean, some of the bar songs obviously have been around for a long time, and they've kind of become part of the Irish pub culture, but it's not necessarily the historical culture. And for me, being removed from Ireland, that's my link back to the country. So, you know, if I have a choice, I'm going to sing about my heritage, the history of Ireland, because it is kind of one of the few remaining links back there that I have that I can still do. And, you know, we're very blessed that there's an audience that wants to hear that stuff too.
What do you want folks to know about you?
About me?
Either as an individual, as an artist. What do you want folks that are looking at your website?
As an artist, I'd like them to know that I'm trying. Give me a break. I think there's a lot that we have a lot of depth, and that we love, as well as the music, we love the audience, and we get probably as big a kick watching their reaction as us playing, as we do just playing the music and performing the music. You know, if an audience is really into it, it really builds us up, and you kind of feed off that energy. And I think, you know, I mean, I would be playing this stuff at home by myself anyway, but it's a lot more fun performing it rather than just playing it. The influence from my dad on music is that I grew up in a household where, even though none of us played music, there was Irish music on all the time. and my dad is a huge lover of Irish music, and he, you know, from being around that and watching him be so passionate about the music, you know, that kind of worked its influence on me. Him taking me to traditional sessions in pubs at a young age, and for him to kind of impress upon me that this is our culture, this is the thing that really keeps us still Irish, even though we live in a modern day society and what have you, that this is what separates us from some other cultures, in that we are still very passionate about the music. And obviously there's a whole American audience over here that are linked to Ireland and, you know, are Irish American, but beyond that are passionate about the music still. That's why that's why bands like us exist, because people over here want to hear that stuff. So my dad was very influential in impressing upon me that music is one of the things that makes us Irish and makes us different. And even now, he's still probably my biggest critic. Brutally honest sometimes, me and to Dave and to our playing, and it's kind of nice. It keeps us in check. I would definitely say that he's an inspiration for some of the stuff, and even some of the choices of music that we pick to perform. And on our last CD, we were very fortunate that he was over at the time, and we recorded a piece of music in Irish on our last CD on Porcagwilla. That a year before that, I was in a bar in Tralee in County Kerry, and a gentleman in the bar was singing this song, and everybody kind of joined in the chorus, and I listened to my dad singing the chorus and didn't even realize that he knew the song. And so that kind of planted a seed that I didn't know he knew that, and it'd be fun to do something together. So we picked that piece of music, and Dave's a multi-instrumentalist and multi-linguist, so we taught him the chorus and what it meant, and we recorded it. So it's kind of nice to have that piece of music on our CD that's with him singing. So now I can criticize his singing. So it's kind of it's payback now.